All right, this is for everyone out there struggling with attendance at practice. We think we have the solution for you. So here's a situation, we see this all the time. You got a drill team, 13 to 15 people, but the chief complaint is, wow, we can't get everyone to show up to practice on a consistent basis. It feels like we're not getting anything done every time we teach somebody, they're out the next day and we have to teach someone brand new. Really what we tend to see is that there's, I don't know, call it 5 or 6, 4 committed drill team members who are there as reasonably often as they can be expected to be, who are dedicated to the mission of the team, right? And so we wind up in the situation where those 5 or 6 people, let's say, have a really difficult time being productive at practice because they're always reteaching, they're always going backwards, they're never quite sure who's going to be there. And as a result, when it comes time for competition, especially the more talented or the more experienced drillers hop back in, right? And they go to competition, and because we haven't been getting that much better at practice, those people who just hop in at the last minute, they perform at the same level or sometimes even better than the people who have been showing up on a regular basis. And you can see the problem here, right? We've effectively taught the team that being committed to the team and being at practice doesn't actually help you that much when it comes to getting on the floor in competition. One, because they have a spot, we need them, otherwise we're going to take a massive penalty or we're going to be disqualified. But 2, because practice isn't actually that beneficial, it's not something that we need to be present for in order to still show up and not embarrass ourselves. So how do we break this cycle? How do we get things moving in a positive direction? Well, number 1, we have to take attendance. I want all of our decisions to be based on real actionable data and not like vibes and feelings. So over a couple of weeks, whatever, a month, take attendance on a regular basis. Now, this is not one of those like 3 strikes you're out scenarios. We're not punishing people. There's not an excused and unexcused absence policy. We're simply documenting, were you present? If you weren't present, why weren't you there? And we're not trying to hunt and go on some sort of interrogation to find out what's true or not true. We are simply trying to find out what the reason is that they are purporting to be the reason why they're not at practice. And there's no bad answer, right? I wasn't at practice. Why weren't you at practice? Oh, I had a sport. I wasn't at practice. Why weren't you at practice? Oh, I was tired that day. You weren't at practice. Why weren't you at practice? Oh, I had homework that I had to get done, right? There are no bad reasons, and it's really important not to try to start shaming people for a lack of commitment because of the reasons that they give. And this will be really important in a moment. So we take attendance, we document. Once we figure out who the core group of people are that are showing up on a regular basis, guess what? That's your drill team. I feel like we spend a lot of time telling teams and telling instructors, I'm so sorry. I know you say you have 20 people on the roster, but you only get 6 people out at practice on a consistent basis. Guess what? That's your drill team. That's who you have. And of course, that number is not enough to not incur a penalty when you go to competition. So here's what we're going to do about it. Number 1, those core people, those 5 or 6 people that are showing up, those are the people from which you staff your teams. Okay? So guess what? If you have 4 people showing up, that's your color guard. If you have 5 people showing up, pick 4 of them, that's your color guard. It's not the people who are there, they want to do color guard but not drill. You know, they come out when they can, they practice when they can because it's just color guard. That's not your color guard. Your color guard are the people that are coming out to drill team practice, right? At least your competition color guard is. Then guess what? Those are your possible choices for cadet commander. And we see instructors many times, they'll choose somebody who on paper is like the best choice for commander. They are mature, they have great leadership qualities, they're very organized. But you know what? Those same great qualities make them a star athlete. Those same great qualities make them a section leader in the band. Those same great qualities mean that they have other priorities and they can't always be there. Well, I'm sorry, that person might have been your commander if they were there consistently, but they can't be here. The 6 people that are coming out to practice, choose the people from that pool, those are your commanders. Choose the people from that pool, those are your squad leaders and your element leaders, because here's the deal. If you only had 4 people coming out to practice regularly, you can practice color guard. If you only had 4 people coming out to practice regularly, you can practice with your commander and your 3 squad or your 3 element leaders, and you can run the regulation sequence with no one behind them. A little bit awkward, but you can do it. When you say, oh, well, the element leader's not here, the cadet commander has work, right? Those things happen, and now practice stalls out, and it moves us backwards, or at the very best, it keeps us in the exact same place. So we staff our teams from those people. Then the question becomes, what do we do with everyone else? Do we shame them for being uncommitted? Do we make some sort of attendance policy? Well, we've never seen any of that actually work to change the culture of a team. Mostly it just makes the people who are enacting the policy have to work harder and do more to stay in the same place. It doesn't, not really effective. So instead, we're going to say, listen, we have our drill team. That's great. Those 5 or 6 committed members who are showing up, that's your drill team. At the same time that the drill team meets and in the same place, our drill club is also going to have its meeting. Now, the rules for the drill club are a little bit different. The rules for the drill club are, number 1, I don't dislike the people that are on the team. In other words, I'm willing to spend time with them. Rule number 2, I don't dislike drill itself. In other words, I'm not going to come to practice and sit there and talk. I have to actually come to practice and participate in doing drill and practicing drill. And instructors, we would really ask, I mean, this is really an instructor and adult job, is to make sure and manage the behavior. And if somebody is detracting from anyone else's practice experience, that they be dealt with or counseled or removed from practice, whatever the case might be. Like, you have to be there and still want to do drill stuff. But beyond that, the rules of the club say, you know what? I have other things going on. I can't make this a priority. I can't tell you when I can make this a priority. Right? I have sports, clubs, other activities. I have schoolwork. I have a job. I have family stuff going on. I just need to go home and rest because I'm overwhelmed, right? Any reason is fine because it's a club. You don't have to be there every meeting to be on the club. So then we continue forward. We don't go backwards. We have our teams staffed so that we can continue to make meaningful gains with those people. And 2 weeks out before competition, we say, listen, hey, we have 5, 3, 4, whatever, open spots on the competition team, and we're going to choose people from the drill club to fill those spots. And here's how we're going to do it. We're not going to do it based on anything else, but can you be at practice for 2 weeks? For some people, they can definitely commit to, I don't know, 4, 6 practices. They can't commit to the whole year. It's a little bit, much to ask, but they could be there for 2 weeks. We plug them in. We get ready to go for competition. We go to the competition. It's over, and then poof, those spots open back up, and we go back to getting work done with the team and anyone who happens to be at practice that's on the drill club. Now, here's what we hope will happen over time. 1, we hope that the people on the drill club will start to realize, you know what? I can make time for this. It is fun to practice. We are getting better. I like to be with my friends on these competitions. I like performing. It's a cool experience. Okay, fine. I'm off the club. I'm on the team. Now when we go to say, hey, we have open spots, it's only 4. At the same time, we ask the team members, listen, what we need you to do is go out and actively try to find one more person like you. Whatever makes that person an asset to the team, whether it's their maturity, their leadership, their athleticism, maybe it's just their time management skills and general availability, whatever it is, please try to go find one more person like you, and we augment the team that way. So maybe whereas before we had 5 open spots, now we only have 3. We got one of the club people to hop over to the team, and we found one more person like somebody who was on the team who's willing to be committed to it. Okay, great. You see that our momentum is building in the proper direction now. So over time, with some patience and a little bit of trust in the process, what we want to do is reduce our reliance on the club drillers and bolster the number of the drill team. As we do this, we might see a couple of things happen. 1, we're going to see the culture of the team increase and grow based on the idea that your presence is the greatest present, right? That's the saying. The people who are showing up regularly are going to be the ones rewarded with the opportunities to travel and perform. And we're going to seed that idea that if you're not there and you can't be there, we're not going to shame you for it. We're not going to say you're not dedicated. We're just going to, you can still meaningfully participate, and you can even meaningfully get on the competition team if there are open spots. But we've built that culture in the positive direction. The other thing that we might see happen is we're going to find out who actually isn't that interested in either being around the people or doing the craft of drill. There are many times we go to schools, and after a 3-day workshop, we find out that the people on the team, some of them, don't actually like practicing drill. They came out because somebody invited them, or they had friends on the team and they stuck around because either there was nothing else to do, or they had already sunk 3 years into it. Why would you, sunk cost fallacy, why would I give it up now when I've already put 3 years into it? At the end of the day, we're trying to find and release those people who don't actually enjoy being on the drill team. Because if they don't enjoy it, they're wasting their time there, and there is something out there that they do enjoy, and that enjoyment will make them great at it. And how dare we try to hold them back and keep them on the team when they could be out there doing something that they're actually passionate about, right? So we find those people, and those people are allowed to go away. When that happens, we're not going to shame them. We're going to say, hey, it was great having you. We'd love to have you back. If you decide, to come back in the future, the door is open, right? And a lot of the times we find that those people go away for a short season. They come back, and then they realize, oh, I actually really did like it. I'm willing, and they'd come back twice as committed as before, right? So all in all, if we think about our drill team as being separate from our drill club, and we use our drill club to augment our drill team, we start to build the culture in the right direction. And I think this will help for those of you out there who are struggling with getting people to practice on a regular basis, and who are frustrated, and who are maybe losing committed team members because of that frustration. Is we have to do something different. We have to think about it differently. This is a different way to think about it. Try it out, give it some time, and see if it can transform your attendance culture for the better.